Hey, this is Moglock. I'm gonna do a video about my skills, back gear and all that stuff. First, let's start with the gear. Important things is talisman. I choose a healthy mix of strength and toughness, more in favor of strength. In retrospect, you can switch to toughness for armor, which is probably gonna help you survive a little bit more. I chose the 3-piece Winds Impervious for my defense because they have very high resistances, and the armor and initiative bonus is certainly nice. I use scenario weapons. Boots from the Influence Reward Dwarf, the first one, and 4-piece Mercenary. Alternative would be a helmet, chest piece, gloves and feet from Mercenary, and Ruined Shoulders. They also have block. For tactics, you have 3 base tactics and 1 flex spot. Big Brawlin, good with shield, and you see me block that. The most important one being good, you see me block that because you can get to M4 really fast. Good with shield to support that, so we're stacking block chance to block as often as we can. Although it has an internal cooldown of 3 seconds, we still want to get as close to that block every 3 seconds as we can. And the more block we have, the more common that actually happens. Big Brawling for the AoEs now. Now the flex bot can be used for another one for additional damage that also procs Skull Thumper because it can crit. Then we can get Gork Smash for the crit. I believe this is slightly better than Stab Me Gooder because more crit means more Skull Thumper. Looking for opportunity to remove Moral if you are having issues against like a group that uses Knight M3. Loudmouth for AoE DPS, I guess. Rugged if you really need the survivability. And Unstoppable Juggernaut, which is a really underrated tactic. Morals. I use Champion's Challenge. This is basically just so I can hold a target and my team can kill it. Demolishing Strike's also worth noting because it stacks with other moral debuffs, like armor debuffs. Shield Wall because our M2 are lackluster, so we just use this to not die. Deafening Bellow can also be the other moral can also be used, Distracting Bellow. I use this for finishing off people if we use a moral burst. I don't use it as much for the 5-second silence because there's always the risk of just giving everybody free immunity. And Immaculate Defense for one of the best enforcers in the game. Skill. The skill bot is very simple. We go full into Brawler to get the high stat debuff, which is like a very important utility we have. I take Gork Smash here, which is not necessary, and it's essentially a free point that I'm wasting because I'm not using the tactic most of the time. But I don't gain anything by not speccing this, I'll show you later. So we take Not in the Face, we take 3-hit combo, and then we just spec more points for full stat debuff. The reason why we wasted 4 points essentially is because we can't put them anywhere else. Like here we could get this tactic, which is good, or we could get any of those. This doesn't stack with armor pots. This is a very bad tactic, and this is like a bad skill as well. We obviously take Big Brawling because it's an AoE snare, it's crazy good. And that should be it.